So, I've been playing For Honor for a few weeks now and really fallen in love with the game. However, I'm worried about the game's future. It's got a pretty small player base, split between three platforms, and only a couple of the game modes are popular enough among that small player base to have reasonably fast queue times, and it doesn't really seem like the game has grown much. It actually seems like it's been steadily declining in popularity since its release. What's sad is that it actually has nothing to do with the current state of the game. A bunch of For Honor veterans told me the game was very buggy on launch, but right now, it's actually pretty solid. Ubisoft continued dropping updates and content for around 5 years and are still doing that, and the game is great. Now, I doubt Ubisoft will ever see this video, but I had some ideas I think could instantly revitalize this game in a matter of weeks. To be honest, they're not that special and maybe not even that original, but I don't see a lot of For Honor creators talking about these things, which is concerning. But yeah, these ideas have worked on other games, so why not For Honor? Number 1. Make the game permanently free. Yeah, For Honor might be an awesome game to those of us who've already been playing it, but there's tons of people out there who have heard of the game and might be remotely interested, but they see the $20 to $30 price tag on a game they also might not end up liking and go, nah, maybe later. And often end up missing the occasional sale or missing when the game goes temporarily free. For Honor is a very, very, very niche game, which means it appeals to a smaller audience, and its bigger potential audience won't be as inclined to actually open their wallet and try a game so unfamiliar because they haven't really played anything like it and aren't sure they'll even enjoy it. If Ubisoft makes it free though, there's nothing to lose. Overnight the player base will increase and the queue times will get faster. Number 2. After Ubisoft makes the game permanently free, their next concern will be profit. If they're lucky, enough newer players will be attracted to all of the additional content they can buy, like skins and battle passes. But if they're not so lucky, Ubisoft will have to pump out more and better skins and battle passes and microtransactions and whatever they can sell to compensate the game now being free, as long as those items aren't pay to win and don't give players PvP advantages. I would suggest doing tons of crossover content from other Ubisoft titles. They already did that once with Assassin's Creed. Do it again, do it more often, give us crossover skins from other titles. I know most For Honor players probably hate Fortnite, but that game does an excellent job with all of that stuff and makes loads of money off that without being pay to win, so they could probably learn something from them. Number 3. I know it's easier said than done, but they should really figure out how to bring crossplay to For Honor, at least with Xbox and PlayStation. Maybe even PC, but PC would have an edge, mainly due to the higher frame rate a PC can offer in a game where split-second reaction time is critical to winning fights. So they'd have to be careful about that part, or console plebs, such as myself, are gonna get butthurt. Even if they don't make the game free, figuring crossplay out would in the very least combine 2/3 of the overall For Honor community, decreasing queue times and making game modes other than Dominion quick, viable options. Number 4. Ubisoft needs to stop worrying about factions. What I mean by that is trying so hard to make sure every new hero fits within the theme of the game and the faction they belong to. These rules hold them back. There's literally hundreds of melee-based heroes they could use, but can't because they don't fit within the societies of current factions. Imagine if we could have pirates, Maori warriors, Apaches, Spartans, Mongols, or even famous fictional or historical figures such as Vlad the Impaler or Alexander the Great. And going back to the crossover idea, melee-based characters from other Ubisoft titles such as Assassin's Creed or Far Cry Primal. Stop worrying about this BS sort of quasi-realism. I highly doubt Vikings, samurai, and knights really bumped into each other all that much anyways. That's the problem with trying to be realistic in video games. You limit yourself creatively and hold the game back. In the very least, make more factions to accommodate those different warriors if you're not willing to drop the faction system altogether. Nice. Number 5. After Ubisoft does all of these things, they need to launch a new advertisement campaign. This game is around 5 years old now, and most people have completely forgotten it even exists. On top of going the traditional route of social media ads, they could also pay big YouTubers and Twitch streamers to play the game. It's literally proven this method is more effective at getting people on games than regular advertisements. I stream on Twitch, and I recently did a sponsored stream for Vikings War of Clans, and despite my viewer average being less than 20, I was able to get 23 people to download and try the game in only 2 hours. Imagine what a streamer who gets a few thousand views could do in a few days, especially if the game was free. Throw some brand new promotional material on top of all these things, and I think For Honor can not only survive, but prosper and thrive. If you enjoyed the video and think these ideas can help For Honor, please like and subscribe so the video will get recommended to more people and then these ideas can grow. Also, don't be afraid or too lazy to comment, and that's not just for the sake of my engagement. Getting the whole For Honor community interested in the growth of For Honor is important, because if the game doesn't grow, it will eventually die. So if you love the game, you should care and want the game to grow, or one day you might not be able to play it. Start talking about it with your friends within the For Honor community. Also, check me out on Twitch.
Is this like the first one you won in how many
The first
years?
one I've won in like 6 or 7.